and I support specifically protecting our kids from being addicted to any kind of nicotine product. Every discussion that we had, at the heart of it was protecting youth. So we decided to pick out products that we thought were exclusively adult products. That's why the cigar thing kept coming up and other things. And things that went on the kids' side, that's what got on the no side. So it might be true that a lot of adults also enjoy e-cigarettes, but the fact is, if you talk to any parents in our community, and if you talk to the teenagers themselves, they're everywhere. And everyone can say that they're not selling them to teenagers, but obviously somebody is. So we've decided that this is a value in our community to at least, take steps to take it out of kids' hands, because at the end of the day, whether you're addicted to, an e-cigarette or you're addicted to nicotine, the fact is you're still addicted to something, and it's not something that I think teenagers need to be dealing with at any point. Oh, and one other point was, this wouldn't be the first time that this city has decided to ban products that are legal in other cities.
Several years ago, we had a medical marijuana ordinance coming to us, and being open-minded about things, I suggested that it has to be certified organic, has to have certain things. I don't know anything about how you make this stuff or what goes in it, but I don't see any of the major organic food producers and folks or retailers, wholesalers getting involved in this business. So it tells me that, it makes me a little nervous about it. I don't think what we're doing is banning people in their own personal homes what they're going to do. It doesn't bother me what people are going to do in their homes, but
I have to admit, I don't understand smoking. I don't understand the business. But I have been in a family where people have ended up with lung cancer and all the bad things that happen as a result of this. And it's interesting, after our first session, I was so confused because I thought we were getting very specific on with respect to developing this ordinance, that I actually called someone for advice, and I said, I don't even remember what we're doing. The purpose of this ordinance, really, adults can do whatever they want, but the purpose of this is to let some of these products be less attractive to kids, and that's what we're thinking of, is limiting those products for young people, and so I'm pretty clear on that. Thank you.
The word nicotine is, for me, key in this decision. In vaporing, you cannot tell me that there is no nicotine. In smoking, you can't tell me in cigarettes that there is no nicotine. And for the gentleman that is shaking his head in the back of the room, I will tell you that I have family members who have experienced both smoking and vaporing and have tried to come off both. And it is an ugly process in both respects. And that is my personal experience with it. However, as it was pointed out, this is for the benefit of the community. I have seen the statistics grow within this community, and we have done a good job on trying to back it and make it less than what it was before. But our reports continue to come out at younger and younger ages of our students that are going ahead and trying cigarettes, that are now trying the vapors, that are not even in high school. I don't think you can dispute those particular facts. You can call it a home environment, but at some points, a parent who is working, 2 jobs and whatever, is not always there to oversee it. I have to be committed in education because that is what I have chosen in life. And it isn't just the fact that this is a student here. It's also the education of a child. It's the education of an adult. It's the education of a community. This ordinance is only 50% of the solution. The other 50% is educating yourself, whether it's with your healthcare provider, whether it is with your best friend, whether it is with another individual. There will always be a side that will be supporting tobacco. There will always be a side that will be supporting vaporing and e-cigarettes. We are here tonight to go ahead and introduce in this council against several veiled, shall I say, proclamations of what may happen to our community based on what decision we make here tonight. I'm here in support of the people who live in our community. And I have done my homework. I will be supporting this.
So this has been an approach that's gone on for about 8 months. And when I became mayor in December, we were waiting for a new council to come on board, and we started dealing with this, and we're at our first reading. I'll bring it back to Councilmember Edwards.
So I have a comment about delaying the decision. So how many students do we have at Sonoma Valley High School in all classes?
I believe there are 1,600.
So what I see by delaying it is, so we're going to start a school year in September. We're going to expose the freshmen, the brand new kids in school to these tobacco products. I mean, I'm sure they've seen them in junior high as well. But what I'm thinking is that by delaying it, we're going to expose a whole other group of people. I think the benefit of current inventory doesn't outweigh the more people that are going to be exposed to the product.
I see your point, and I see your point. What if instead of 30 days, it was 90 days from the day we pass it? I agree that they're going to have some inventory, and 30 days might be aggressive for people to try to unload it, but 90 days I would feel would be enough notice for, you know, people to not order new stuff and then hopefully sell what's on hand, or 60.
I'm here to stop underage smoking, and there is that thought process if there is inventory that needs to be used up by adults. I would like to give ample time for that. I think the City Council just going through this motion is showing the public that, you know, we do not want our retailers selling to minors. So I think the 90 or the 2016, I would support either. Councilmember Agramonte.
Well, since I'm not in the retail business, I don't know how you unload these products. I would go for the shorter period. 90.
90?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if the county ends up passing theirs and they have different packaging restrictions, do we know how that would fit with ours? Whether we have to change ours, or we can have them side by side, or?
City Manager.
Well, then you would be modifying our ordinance, so then we would have to come back and.
So we would have to conform to the county?
No, we don't have to, no, we would not have to. That would be your choice, whether you would want to. We can have a different ordinance in the county. We do not have to align with the county. That would just be something that if the council would want to consider that, not something that.
Oh, it's not mandated?
No, it is not.
As the maker of the motion, the seconder, the way we are crafting this is by including language saying that the ordinance will not be enforced until September 1, 2015. Thus, it becomes effective, but it won't be enforced until September 1, 2015.
Okay, so the effective date of this ordinance will be September 1, 2015.
It won't be enforced until then, but it will become
Enforced.
effective before then, but it won't be enforced until that time.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Is that acceptable?
Yes.
City Clerk, we have a motion and a second on the floor. Could I get a roll call vote of my colleagues on the council?
Councilmember Gallion.
Aye.
Councilmember Hundley.
Aye.
Councilmember Agramonte. Aye. Councilmember Edwards.
Yes.
Mayor Cook.
Aye. For public, we have accepted the first reading of the TRL with a provision that shows that we won't be enforcing until September 1st. With that, we will go ahead and move on to our next item.